So, today we're going to be talking about the law of diminishing marginal utility. My name is Julia.
My name is Faith.
And I'm Kate.
Okay, let's talk about how our satisfaction changes when we keep enjoying the same thing, like munching on our favorite snack or spending hours gaming. It's all tied to something called diminishing marginal utility. Basically, the more we have of something, the less we enjoy each extra piece or moment. We'll explore why that happens and how it impacts the choices we make in our everyday lives. So, what is the law of diminishing marginal utility? It is all about how the more you have of something, the less excited or satisfied you feel with each extra bit. And basically, as you consume more or good or service, the extra satisfaction or utility you get from each piece tends to drop off. In simpler terms, the more you have something, the less you enjoy it or benefit from each additional piece. So, Faith, you got any examples of this?
Oh, I've got an example. Okay, let's take pizza night, right? You've been waiting. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday comes and it is pizza night. And you're so excited. You're itching to grab that first slice. You grab it, you eat it. It's cheesy, it's fresh, it's piping hot. I mean, the kind of slice that just makes you close your eyes and just sit in awe, right? So you're eating it up, then you get your second slice and you're like, this is just some really good pizza, Not as good as the first slice, but hey, it's still hidden. So you grab your third slice. After your third slice, you're like, okay, I think I'm gonna save the rest for the morning. And then you close the box. But you open the box back up and you're like, one more slice can't hurt. So you're on your fourth slice and you're like, gosh, okay, I'm stuck. Really, I'm done now. A few moments go by and you're like, one more slice won't hurt. So you grab a fifth slice. But by your sixth slice, you notice the sixth one doesn't actually hit as hard as the first slice. Meaning, it's still good, but is it as good as my first slice? Nah. This is literally what law of diminishing marginal utility is. Hey, am I right?
Oh yeah, you're so right. I love this analogy. It really illustrates the law of diminishing marginal utility. That story about trying to eat that entire pizza perfectly demonstrates the law of diminishing marginal utility in action. Like what you said, each time you get closer to that eighth slice of pizza, your satisfaction starts to fade out the more slices you eat. Actually, sometimes, in this case, marginal utility can actually be negative, but it can never be zero. I mean, it could never be zero because you're gonna gain something if you think about it.
Sure.
Whenever you consume any good or service, it just won't always feel good. Think of it this way. In this case, your fourth or fifth and especially your sixth slice starts to feel like a food coma or nausea. It no longer brings you satisfaction, right? Instead, you feel disgusted. That feeling of disgust is a perfect example of what negative utility is. Honestly, I don't even think I'd want to look at the pizza box after the fifth slice.
Me neither.
Me too.
Julia, how can we relate this to the real world though, in businesses and stuff?
Okay, so there's two examples I can go over. So one of them is product bundling. That's a very smart way of doing it. You go to a beauty shop during Mother's Day. They got the shampoo and conditioner combinations. And, even though you might only have half a bottle left of the shampoo, you see it's slightly cheaper than if you bought those two bottles separately. So you just decide, oh, I'm going to go spoil my mother, even though she has a perfect amount of shampoo and conditioner left. Another really good example is recently. Thanksgiving was just last week, right guys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Black Friday sales is also really smart way of getting us to buy more, even though they slash the prices and make everything feel like a steal. People are getting ready, hyped up, ready shop. And, think about it this way. They make a gaming console, you might want to buy that for your brother for Christmas, and they make his favorite game a part of that combination too. It's two things are together, you both really want it, and it's maybe, $20 off? You're like, oh, I'll get it. Even though it's only $20 off, you think it's a huge deal.
Yeah. And you know what? Speaking of Thanksgiving and stuffing our face and eating a bunch, have y'all ever been to those all-you-can-eat buffets?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a perfect real-world application of law of diminishing marginal utility as well. So, I mean, they already know the game. They know when you walk in, you're gonna think that you're about to get your money's worth. But honestly, by plate two, that law of diminishing marginal utility is already in full effect. They're counting on you to fill up quick and then call it a night. And let's not forget about the pricing strategies, like those combos at the fast food spots. Y'all know, like the $6 meal at Dunkin' Donuts type of
Oh,
thing?
of course.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they know that, I mean, if they bundle it, you'll feel like you're getting more value, even though you're barely touching those hash browns by the end or that large medium coffee they offer you, you know? How about you, Kate? Do you have any like examples of real world applications?
I got one. I mean, another example that I can think of are wholesale retailers like Costco. You know how you go in and you buy stuff from Costco, it all comes in bulk. You really get excited, especially if you're buying like your favorite food, your favorite snack. And you get home and you're gonna start binge eating while watching your favorite show. But as you keep eating, you start to realize that you can't finish the whole thing. I mean, you probably can't even eat half of what you bought. You just feel so full, and even looking at the food makes you feel disgusted. I mean, that would be another example of diminishing marginal utility, right? Oh, and loyalty plans and rotating discounts. It's all a tactic, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, businesses know that we get tired and bored of consuming the same things over and over and over again. That's why they add some variety into their program so that customers keep shopping at their store. I mean, if Costco is going to give me incentives to stay on their loyalty program, then as a regular customer, I'm gonna take it, right? The same thing happens with rotating awards. I mean, let's say for example, the point accumulating system. Let's say today I spent $100 on, let's say, I don't know, like at a restaurant or at a fast food. I mean, I wouldn't probably spend that much on a fast food, but let's just say I spent $100 today. And then they say that I earned 20 points. And then I can use those points on my next purchase to get a 10% discount on whatever I'm buying. It's almost like companies are creating more utility by adding these programs to keep customers close.
And it's working.
It really is.
It got me at least.
No,
I
literally.
feel like we should like rank our like top 8 like foods that number 1 is the one that's giving us the most diminishing marginal utility, and then like 8 is like the least. What do you guys think?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Faith, I got a little fun debate topic for you.
Okay.
So, obviously, got 8 different food topics. So, let me start with the first one, chips. What are your guys' thoughts?
I don't know. I feel like chips can go at like 6. Chips is not too bad. I still like them after the 7th chip.
Oh
Me
yeah, I can like consume like half a bag and still want more. Not gonna lie.
too. No, me too, literally.
Yeah, so chips at 6. Okay, what's next?
Ice cream?
Oh, 8. I want ice cream more and more, even when it's done.
Me
Definitely
too.
8. Yep.
Definitely can't get enough. Okay, so pizza.
1.
For sure.
Literally 1.
I'm with
I
Kate.
just feel like I can't eat more than 2 slices, you know?
Yeah.
I agree. No, I can't do it. Okay, next one. Candy.
Ooh, that's tough. Like, I would say like those fruit candies. I could put it at 5. I'll put it at 5.
I agree.
I think I'm a solid like middle. I think certain candies is more, certain candies are less.
Yeah.
Okay, next one's cookies.
Ooh. Maybe a 3?
Yeah. I'll put
I would
cookies
agree.
first.
Definitely those sugar cookies. Oh my god. Okay, so the next one's French fries.
Oh, that's got to be 7.
I
Definitely
love French
7.
fries.
I could
Absolutely.
eat so many. Yeah.
Can never have too many French fries.
Really. Okay, popcorn. I definitely like. I don't know about this one. I feel like at the movies, like I like subconsciously just put my hand in the bucket and eat.
Yeah. I'd go 4.
4, I think that's a solid number. Okay, so our last one, wings.
Yeah, well, wings is at 2. Yeah, for sure.
Wings is definitely at 2.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was a very fun game, guys. So I think we all learned that the law of diminishing marginal utility reminds us more isn't always better.
True. See y'all.
Definitely.
Bye.
See ya.